And with us today to watch some of the racing. You'll put on a good show, which is nice. We had Kate Minner, the Chief Marketing Officer from Sperry. Kate, if you could please come on. Here we go. Yes, there we are.
Hello, everyone. Congratulations to everyone that participated today. Absolutely amazing. On behalf of Sperry, we absolutely want to thank you for coming to the Sperry Women's College Nationals. It's a fantastic event. We're absolutely honored to participate, and we're super excited to be part of such an amazing event. So again, a huge congratulations to everyone that participated. An amazing event, and a huge round of applause for you guys for doing an amazing job today. And we've been super excited to partner with U.S. Sailing, as Sperry really wants to recognize the local ambassadors at each event that we're sponsoring this year. And these ambassadors do an amazing job and embody the values of Sperry, ICSA, and USA, U.S. Sailing, with a love of the ocean, sustainability efforts, and really supporting to get others and everyone out on the water and supporting the overall growth of the sport. So I'd like to ask Justin to come back up, and they're going to tell you about the nominated local ambassador for Sperry Women's College Nationals.
Thank you, Kate. When U.S. Sailing came to me to ask me about the ambassador position, and I want to say thanks to Kate and to Sperry for supporting us. When U.S. Sailing came and asked me about this ambassador role, to me, it was kind of an easy choice thinking about women's sailing. Our program director here at Sail Newport is Kim Hapgood. Kim sailed at Brandeis. She was a volunteer coach at Columbia University, and since then she's been involved here as the program director for over 20 years, involved in sailing at all levels and impacting the lives of local sailors, thousands and thousands of kids over the years at everything from top-level clinics in junior sailing and top-level racing here in Newport, all the way back to, I think she was busy with her fourth graders the other day when I was trying to meet with her to talk about this, teaching them how to sail at the base level. So I think Kim does a ton for sailing here in Newport. She's a perfect person to represent Sperry for that. So, Kim, thank you. I'll take a hug. Yeah, you're welcome. Photo.
All right.
Yes, thank you. All right, so now I'd like to move into the. I'd like to give one more round of applause for Sperry for their support and for sponsoring this event. I think it's really easy for us to take for granted how fantastic this championship is. Many of the sailors compete several times while they're in college at this event, and it truly, like Mitch said, it gets run on a really sophisticated scale, and a big part of that is the sponsorship of organizations like Sperry. So thank you for that, and we're really proud to be able to sail under your name. So, moving on to some thank yous for the regatta. As Mitch said, I think we have a number of people to thank. First, our judges, Sue Riley, Emily Shanley-Roberts, Robert Austin LaFrance, and Jeff Pedrick, giving up 4 days to help keep it fair. And then, as I said at the coaches meeting, we're really proud of how we've done this series of championships in New England. It's not really just one school hosting, but we've kind of tried to pull together with everybody contributing to put on the best show we can for the rest of the country. And to that effect, we had the University of Rhode Island at the Windward Mark, and we had both mainly Moose McClintock, who's a URI graduate, and then also some URI undergrads, Brendan Reed, who was a senior, happens to be the kid of the executive director here in Sale Newport. And we had, so URI was managing the top of the course. The bottom of the course, we had MIT. Franny Charles brought a boat here, and if you got somebody at the bottom, you want Fran, because you don't have to tell him to do anything. He's on it, and he's fixing the marks without being asked all the time. So we're really fortunate to have him. And then, of course, the entire Brown team is here helping us run the event, doing the legwork, whether it's drilling out gudgeons and pintles, or getting all the right sails in the boats last week, and tuning up and getting all the boats ready to go. So it was really a big community effort from NISA, and we really want to say thanks to everybody who put in the time. And, of course, to John Monaco, who managed to coach his team to a national championship while running the races. But we'll get to that in a minute. So we're going to do our regatta awards. Our B division low point with 99 points from the Harvard Crimson, Taylor Gavula, Emily Wang, and Tess Avery. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Great sailing.
Thank you.
Yeah. I think we do a quick photo here, ladies. Congrats. Our A division low point from the Brown Bears with 84 points, Ragna Agarup, Maddie McGrath, Maxine de Havenon, and Emma Montgomery. Congratulations. Nice job. Congrats. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Nice job, guys. Congrats. Okay, so we're going to go through the full results here, and we'll hold our applause until we get through them. So, in 18th place with 414 points, the Bowdoin Polar Bears. In 17th place with 380 points, the William Smith Herons. In 16th place with 380 points, the URI Rams. In 15th place with 374 points, the Cornell Big Red. In 14th place with 369 points, the USF Bulls. In 13th place with 351 points, Georgetown Hoyas. In 12th place with 350 points, MIT Engineers. In 11th place with 335 points, the Stanford Cardinal. In 10th place with 310 points, the Boston University Terriers. In 9th place with 307 points, the St. Mary's College Seahawks. In 8th place with 299 points, the College of Charleston Cougars. In 7th place with 282 points, the University of Pennsylvania Quakers. In 6th place with 260 points, the Dartmouth Big Green. In 5th place with 234 points, the Boston College Eagles. In 4th place with 231 points, the George Washington Colonials. And in 3rd place with 214 points, the Yale Bulldogs. Congratulations, Grace Ann. Thank you. Congratulations, Claudia.
Thank you. It has to be.
Congrats.
Slide down. Slide down. You got more room on this one.
You gotta be centered.
Nice job. In second place with 199 points, the Harvard Crimson.
Thank you.
Yes, congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Nice job.
Thank you.
Congrats. Congrats. Nice job, Emma.
Thank you.
Yeah. Congratulations, Keller. Great job. One more. Nobody saw it. Nobody saw it. Congrats. Nice job, bro. Great job. That's yours. You guys get to keep it. And our 2019 Sperry College Sailing Women's National Champions, the Brown Bears, with 184 points. Congratulations, Emma. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations. Congrats, everybody. Nice job. Congrats, Sophie. Congratulations. Congratulations. How about a round of applause? Congrats. Nice job, bro. Congrats. Nice job. Now don't go too crazy at the campus dance. Please. Yep. So we just want to take one more chance to thank our sponsors. Sperry, who we've mentioned a few times, is the title sponsor for this event. And then we have Professional Boats, new this year. We've seen their tornado ribs on the water. They're awesome boats. I know the umpires are really happy with them. One of them has, you can check that boat out right there. It's got a hydraulic seat. Pretty dope. U.S. Sailing, Marlowe Ropes, Gill, Laser Performance, and Quantum Sales. And Quantum sponsors our Women's College Sailor of the Year. Before we move to our individual awards, I just want to take a minute to say that we're so thrilled to have this event back in New England. Many of you know Women's College Sailing started here in New England, and there's a lot of history in the area in our version of sailing and this version of the sport that we love so much. So we're really pleased to have it back here, and it's Newport delivered like it always does for an epic event for our women. And I'd like to say that a few years ago when we went to 36 teams for the semis, there were a lot of questions about whether that was too many teams and if it would be okay. And we showed this week that our women in the ICSA can sail in anything. So we're really proud of that. Now I'm going to introduce Ian Berman, who's the chair of our awards committee, and he'll present the All-America certificates.
Thanks, Justin. The ICSA annually confers All-American honors on competitors who demonstrated outstanding performance in competition during the year. The All-America Selection Committee consists of one representative from each of the 7 ICSA conferences and one additional representative each from MESA and NISA. In selecting All-Americans, the committee considers the competitive records of each candidate. This record consists of each candidate's individual results in intersectional competitions in district and in North American championships, if any. In determining the quantity and quality of a record, the committee has particular regard for the following factors: how the record compares to those of fellow competitors, the quality of competition in which the record was achieved, results achieved competing with different skippers and crews, whether the record spans the fall and/or spring seasons, how the record compares to those of All-Americans selected in previous years. The committee does not consider the following factors. I don't want these to fly open so you guys can read them all before I ever get to read them. We don't consider the following factors: candidates' records in previous seasons, candidates' records in non-college events, and the diversity of teams and conferences represented. We're going to do the women's All-Americans today. The committee can choose up to 10 women's All-American skippers and additional honorable mentions, together not totaling more than 15. This year, the records were so outstanding across the board, we got special permission from the executive committee to expand that total number to 17. And I'd like to also let you guys know the members of our committee have put in a ton of work. It's been a real big effort, and so I really want to thank all of our committee members that helped put this together. From MESA, we have myself and Brian Clancy. From the MCSA, Jeff Pedrick. From NISA, David Thompson and Stan Schreier. From NWICSA, Scott Wilson. From PCCSC, Blaine Pedlow. From CESA, Ward Cromwell. And from CISA, Charles Higgins. So thanks, you guys. Really appreciate the effort. Again, just try to keep everything organized in the wind and not let the cat out of the bag too soon. But first, to announce our 9 honorable mention All-American women skippers. Ward Cromwell.
Hello, everybody. I'm going to announce the 9 honorable mention All-American women skippers. A senior from the William Smith Herons, Bailey Carter. A junior from the Dartmouth Big Green, Audrey Giblin. A sophomore from the MIT Engineers, Emily Haig. A senior from the Brown Bears, Sophie Hibben. Senior from the MIT Engineers, Annie Hughes. A freshman from the Harvard Crimson, Emma Canetti. A senior from the George Washington Colonials, Riley Legault. A junior from the Cornell Big Red, Gabby Rizica. And a senior from the Dartmouth Big Green, Emma White. And these are 2019 All-American honorable mentions.
Thanks, George.
And to announce our All-American women skippers, Charles Higgins.
A junior from the Brown Bears, Ragna Agarup. A junior from the Boston University Terriers, Maya Agarup. A junior from the Yale Elis, Christine Klingler. A senior from the Boston College Eagles, Isabella Loosbrock. A junior from the Yale Elis, Louisa Nordstrom. A sophomore from the Boston College Eagles, Sophia Reinecke. A junior from the Brown Bears, Hannah Stedman. And a junior from the College of Charleston Cougars, Ali Topa. Your 2019 All-America Women's Skippers.
And we have one more award to announce tonight. It's the Quantum Women's College Sailor of the Year. And for that, I'd like to invite to the stage Dave McMillan, Dawn Riley, and Brian Clancy.
Excellent. So heartfelt congratulations to all of you. That was pretty impressive sailing. Witnessing what you all did this morning, this afternoon, I was impressed and certainly demonstrated your fortitude and your talent. And I think in looking at today and the past week, the fact that you are all here is a testament to the great work you've put forth this season. Hats off to you, and hats off to certainly the Brown University Bears for winning the national title. Congratulations. Great week of sailing. We're thrilled to be a part of it, and we're thrilled to be able to take part in sponsoring this wonderful event. I think it's already been noted during the awards presentation, but in thinking about ICSA, the volunteers, the officials, the families, everyone that has put forth great work in hosting and running a fabulous regatta, I think kudos to all of you. Wonderful event. Our sport is unique in that it really relies on that kind of volunteerism, and it attracts that kind of individual and that kind of athlete that cares enough to put forth all this work to make sure that all the participants have a great week, have a great time, and it leads to a great experience for all the sailors. So thank you to all the volunteers. Quantum is certainly thrilled to be able to participate in this regatta, as I said, to be able to recognize all the nominees and the winner for the College Sailor of the Year. I think certainly when you look at all the past winners, they've all demonstrated incredible performance on the water. They've all had success, certainly in sailing after college, and I can certainly say they've all had success in the careers. And you know, I think it's one of those things that we certainly take pride in being able to help recognize, and I think we've got a lot of great nominees. It was evident today from all the sailing that, you know, plenty of talent out there. I think the future of sailing is bright because it's in your hands, and I'm thrilled that we're able to be a part of it. I know Dawn has a few words that she'd like to be able to say is before we introduce the nominees and the winner of the award.
Thank you. So Quantum asked me to come up and just say a few words, and I thought I'd give you just a little bit of history, a little bit of what I see is going on right now in the world with women in sailing, and a little bit of what I see the future, or hope to see the future as. So the first thing is that I went to Michigan State University in the Ice Age, before most of you were born. We didn't have women's sailing, so I was the commodore of the club, and we invented an event called the Bisex Classic. And what it was is A team, B team. You had to have 2 women on your team, and 1 had to be a skipper. It was radical. I can also say that from my time in college, I think I had more takeaways and things that have helped me in my future career from sailing and some extracurricular activities than I actually did in the classroom. Don't tell your parents that if they paid the bill. So I learned how to fundraise, I learned how to win, I learned how to lose, and at the Bisex Classic, we also learned how to roast a pig. So we had an amazing time back then. How many people here under the age of 30 know that there was an all-women's America's Cup team? Topaz, you don't get to do it. So I was lucky enough to, actually, screw that. I was good enough to be able to race in 4 America's Cups. I was the only woman on the team in 1992 with Mr. Topa and Mrs. Topa. And I was also, then we had an all-women's team in 1995 where we almost eliminated Dennis Connor. Then we did an America's Cup, which was mixed, where I was the CEO in New Zealand, and we did eliminate Dennis Connor. And then I went and was with the French. In the middle of that, I went around the world 2 times. Now, I am running a place called Oak Cliff Sailing. So today, we have a place, we have 101 boats in Oyster Bay, New York. We are building American leaders through sailing. Match racing, offshore, inshore, high performance, foiling, business, industry. And we are trying to have equal 50% women and men in all of our programs. So you guys are my target market. If you want to continue in the sport of sailing as a professional, I will try to help you. Even if you don't come to Oak Cliff, it's easy to get a hold of me. I don't think you guys probably know how important it is right now to have women on the race course, on the boats, being the professionals, being the sailmaker, being the tactician. The Olympic Committee does. And if you haven't gotten the message, sailing will be the first sport in the Olympics that will have equal men and women athletes. And in 2024, we'll have equal men and women athletes and medals for men and women. So that is progress. So what I want to see for your future is that you take all of these great experiences, all of your education, all of the determination, all of the lessons you've learned, and to borrow words from Sheryl Sandberg, lean in. Do not take a back step. Be strong. Demand what you deserve and work really hard to prove that you earn it. So. And so now I get to find out as well who is the Quantum Sailor of the Year.
The 2019 College Sailing Quantum Women's Sailor of the Year will recognize 3 recipients. If those nominees could please stand. We have junior from the Brown Bears, Ragna Agrup. A junior from the Yale Eli, Louisa Nordstrom. And a junior from the College of Charleston Cougars, Allie Topa. And this year's recipient is Ragna Agra.
Wow, thank you so much. I did not expect this. First of all, I would like to thank all the sailors out there. I have so much fun racing against all of you, and thank you so much for pushing me every day. I feel like we've all improved so much since we came to college, and it's just fun. Another thank you to our coach, John Mollicone. Thank you so much for putting through this regatta. John has a 6-month-old baby right now, and he spent her entire 6 months planning nationals for us. So thank you so much, and thank you to the whole Brown team for pushing at practice every day and for coming here to help us out. It's been real. Thank you so much.
That one's not a misprint.
That's my bad.
So that was great. So just one more thing that one person to recognize that I don't know if y'all saw. She managed to turn a ship around that was supposed to park over there. Danielle Richards, our ICSA rep, when there was that Carnival, whatever Norwegian cruise line that was to come in, Danielle turned that ship around. She did. I'm not kidding. So thank you, Danielle. Thank you, Quantum. Thank you, Sperry, U.S. Sailing, Laser Performance. Really has been a fantastic couple of days. And we will see y'all, those of y'all that are racing tomorrow for the Laser Performance Team Race National Championship.